So have you ever sat there and wondered, whatever happened to Webster? Well, now you can find out whatever happened to the actor that played Webster because in this video, you get to learn what he's been up to since. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can find out whatever happened to all your favorites. Emmanuel Lewis is best known for his role as Webster Long in the TV series called Webster, which ran from 1983 to 1989. When Webster premiered, Emmanuel was only 12 years old, but he was able to play an adorable 6-year-old boy because he only stood at 3 feet and 6 inches tall. He was one of the shortest people in the industry for his age. Webster was about a white retired football player named George and his wife Katherine adopting a black orphan boy named Webster. Webster's father was actually George's former football teammate. Emmanuel won several People's Choice Awards in the Young TV Performer category and was nominated numerous times for other awards for playing the role of Webster. So how did Emmanuel get into acting? Emmanuel got into acting because his friend asked him if he wanted to be in the entertainment business because he thought Emmanuel had the look. And from there, he starred in over 50 commercials like Burger King before landing his big role as Webster. He also became a really famous singer in Japan. Not only did he record a single that shot to the top of the charts, he also was in a TV movie called Samurai in New York that aired on a Japanese TV channel. He also got confused a lot for Gary Coleman from Different Strokes for obvious reasons. And although it took him some time from 1989 until 1997 to graduate because of his acting gigs, Emmanuel was able to get his theater art degree from Clark Atlanta University. Now, ever since he played the role of Webster, we haven't really seen him that much. So where is Emmanuel Lewis now? Well, since playing Webster, Emmanuel tried getting back into acting, but found it hard to get roles because he'd only grown 6 inches since he was 12. He also says that there is no known medical condition for his height. He did, however, do some guest appearances in some shows like Moesha and Family Matters. He also starred in the reality TV show called The Surreal Life, where a bunch of celebrities lived in a house together for 2 weeks. He even did several game shows like The Weakest Link. And at one point, he even attempted his hand at entrepreneurship, where he owned his own limousine company and a car wash, but they both went out of business. He also ran into some financial troubles, where he lost his house he co-owned with his mother. It was said to be auctioned off to pay his debt that he owed. Now that he's 50, Emmanuel enjoys running his own record label called Flex Foss Entertainment. He's also very active on Instagram, posting about stuff that he loves to do, like fishing, flying, and he's always on Instagram Live. He's also the head editor and keeper of Webster's English Dictionary, where he oversees any and all changes that are made. And why hasn't anybody really seen Emmanuel in relationships? Well, Emmanuel has said in the past that he has been in relationships over the years, but he did say that he would never really expose any of his girlfriends to the press. Everything that he would have with them would be very private because he didn't want them to be put through what he had to go through. He had to do it, they didn't. Until this day, he still hasn't revealed if he has been married before or currently married or even if he has any children. He still tends to keep that aspect of his life private and away from social media. So if you want to follow him and keep up with what he's been up to, you can on Instagram at I am Emmanuel Lewis. And if you want to find out whatever happened to one of your past favorites, please tell us which ones in the comments below and it could be made into a video.